Alliance versus T1. Sunspan with Cinderin, best of 3, and this is for elimination Cinderin. Yep, I mean relatively even to start things out, but of course it is early, like you said. They're going to get each respective water rune. Nico Baby this time around will be playing the Morphling in this bot lane, and we can talk a bit about the Dawnbreaker who gets canceled there. FNG, Shockwave brings him back in, and Zephyr secures the first blood with that last right click.
With where people's interests lie. So,
especially you.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know what that was supposed to mean.
Because you have no interest. That was the joke. Zephyr makes his way to the top lane. Wraith Fire Blast into the Starbreaker. The Burrow Strike is there in time for S4. Hammer. But he's going to take so much damage from that hammer.
You know, go for more of a magic-based build with the E-Blade. And I think waveform, attack talent, and all this stuff that comes way later in the game, I think can't miss, if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually not 100% on that. Good waveform bottom. Aggressive play onto Cuckoo.
Looks like Cuckoo might take a tumble here. Has his skewer available, but is just completely stun locked by Alliance. It's 7 minutes. Yeah.
Learned from Cuckoo from yesterday. Just go for it, and then if you fail, you just write, we need wards. So
that's true.
He did have a ward.
That is the play. Earth Spike into the waveform. Cuckoo looks to be done again. So 2 kills in this lane for Alliance.
Very curious to see what build he goes for, right? Because as the draft panel pointed out, there are some aspects of this game that can be dangerous to Morphling. So you could maybe see him go for something like a Lincoln Sphere against Bane, which isn't necessarily ideal. Okay, FNG in trouble.
Starbreaker not going to fully connect on FNG. Limp gets the nice cookie, stun, and the regen rune, and Carl just getting kited around. Another kill goes the way of Alliance, as FNG taking some harassment.
Teams, because of the anticipation that the opposite team are going to invade your triangle, you just don't focus on it that much early unless you feel like you can clearly defend it. Then you just
don't the next level thinking, essentially.
Right,
Nightmare, LSA, here comes the Solar Guardian as well, but S4 able to get the Burrow Strike off in time to at least create a little bit of distance, but again, completely outnumbered with 4 members of T1 in the vicinity.
FNG, I think, took the Tome of Knowledge, so he's going to make a move with Limp. They have Finger of Death. Could very easily burst anyone they find, except Wraith King, who can, of course, put a point in the ultimate. They will find Carl. That would be a very big pick.
Yeah, this would be a huge one. It looks like it's going to be an easy one on top of that. FNG gets his first finger stack of the game.
Great move here. They do that in connection with the Siege Creep being alive mid, and FNG is going to tank this at least for a bit. Okay, Mortimer Kisses.
Searing Chains with the Mortimer's Kisses. Look, it's from super long range. Great anticipation as well.
And then you can think about Roshan, perhaps. Wraith King, pretty good hero at killing Roche. Yeah. So, especially with this item build. Alliance, what do they have coming up? So Morph is going to get the Scotty.
Yep, skewer back from Cuckoo.
Oh, he's dead.
Continue your thought, please.
Yep. FNG only 300 away from a blink, as a matter of fact, so maybe he can get that too. As 5 Lion, that's not a bad timing. Nope. Around 18 minutes, pretty good.
It looks like T1 will finally get this tier 1 bot. And
Nico Baby.
Oh, LSA is going to connect. There's a Fiend's Grip from afar as well. Laguna Blade finishes off Nico Baby. Handskin trying to take out the tower, but it's very healthy.
For lack of a better word, that seemed a bit naive, almost. I think if you're T1 and you find this double damage rune here, you're like, all right, let's just go Roche.
Yep.
Your team fight is available. So.
And we're going to have a smoke from Alliance. We'll see if they find a kill here. Sleight of Fist going to dodge some spells from Carl.
Oh my
23
God.
Savage jumps in, and it's going to be a very quick kill on a Handskin. In the meantime, Epicenter goes off, but there's the RP to counter it. And T1 taking 3 kills for themselves and taking basically no damage in this engagement.
Yeah. 23 Savage almost one-shot a Snapfire with Medallion.
Double damage as well.
They even find Nico, baby.
Let's get off the attribute shift, though. Wow. Yeah, double damage still there for 23 Savage, and into the Roche Pit they go. T1 starting to run away with things.
Yeah, haven't really been able to find much momentum from Limp on the Ember Spirit. And the games we've seen Ember win in this tournament have largely been off. You know, you get out of lane, either you do very well or you at least stay afloat, and then the team sets up moves for you. Your hero is very high tempo and can do a lot, but it just hasn't really been the case for Alliance here. So you see this smoke and broken, rather.
Boom.
Not broke, that's just... Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
They even find Limp bottom here in the picture-in-picture bottom right. Not sure if our observer found Limp, but
his dead body somewhere.
We can pinpoint the position of the corpse.
I mean,
in
he's
that bottom
specifically having a pretty rough game. 8K net worth versus the 10.5 from Lina.
Handskin. Good ward placement. He will get some info and actually survive this, perhaps. It's going on quite the walk.
Yep, LSA, Carl trying to find some more. TPs from Alliance are coming in, but the double Burrow Strike S4 BKB popped by Carl, though, and FNG is just going to go down to the right clicks. Nico Baby trying to find some sort of collateral kill here. Whitemon's just going to nightmare him, and 23 Savage in the vicinity, completely surrounded as Nico Baby. And 4 dead for Alliance, although technically Ember died quite a while before that. Hanskin, the last remaining member for now, attempting to TP. We'll be fine. Greatly in favor of T1 as expected after getting off to this really, really fast start.
Yep. Gabe Newell's favorite hero used to be Sand King, as we've talked about before.
That is true. That's the 6%.
He moved on from it, right?
Oh, okay. 23 okay. Savage. Yep, easy kill for him again.
They will find
all right, that
Carl,
is a big
though.
kill for Alliance onto Carl. That's exactly what they need here.
This item on Wraith King is so good, Brigand's Blade, the neutral, because your first hit does so much damage that you immediately get into the threshold where it starts mattering really quickly. Crazy good. Okay, trivia.
Huskar.
Trivia.
Huskar's the answer.
Trivia after this fight.
All right, we got. That's not much of a fight. FNG's dead. Nico Baby waveforming to safety. 23 Savage and company not going to pursue any further.
You sure about that?
Okay, he gets a Fiend's Grip off. This will be another big kill for T1. Nope, Starbreaker not able to connect. He's going to be able to remnant it away for now. S4 taking so much damage will just be brought down to the right clicks alone. Whitemon finally dies. Such a pesky Bane Elemental. And Alliance getting some trades here.
If you're far behind, hiding away is not a winning strategy, pretty much ever, unless the enemy team is going to throw in your base.
Which happens.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the level of play, right? It happens more often in
pubs than in pro play, though, right? So
it depends on the level of play, of course, but yeah, sometimes you just got to take the risk, even if the odds aren't good. Carl will be spotted up by S4. Well, who found who, actually?
Yeah, that's a good question. FNG jumps in. Here comes a Solar Guardian, though, and just like that, T1 is here in numbers. FNG sacrificing himself to the gods here as S4 gets horn tossed and likely will be brought down next. So 2 quick kills for T1. And Alliance attempting to get out of dodge, but Hanskin going to get spotted out. 23 Savage. Yeah, his arm length is apparently goes through Fog of Wars.
23 Savage will get his Elven Tunic.
Yeah, and completed
What is the passive of Elven Tunic called?
I don't look at...
It doesn't have one. It was a trick question.
Well, technically it does have a passive.
3 passives, but no name.
No names. Yeah.
All right.
Understood.
Dewarding here. 23.
Oh my God! Woo! Holy jeez! Gaben Lord Almighty.
Literal one-shot.
FNG. That hurt me.
Just attacks a lot, inherently just gives Empower value, even if it's ranged, right? Lina has insane attack speed, so she's probably one of the best Empower heroes in the meta right now, actually. Better than some melee heroes. Oh my God, he found Lim.
The hack.
Look at the damage.
It's not going to hit, though. Carl. One of the few mistakes from T1 this game. Pretty much a masterful performance thus far.
Well,
but they won't sweat it, I'm sure, as this lead is
the chat wheel game is on point. No mistake there. Playing the sad trombone is very appropriate there.
Yeah, we got the horn toss with the skewer into the RP. S4 is going to be the first to fall in all likelihood. Nico Baby staying alive at half. We'll get up to safety. So just 1 kill with that RP, but Carl Pasta BKB gets the LSA with a buyback onto S4 now. Starbreaker connects. Here comes a Solar Guardian as well. Nico Baby very tanky right now with that Lincoln Sphere. Nice Burrow Strike Epicenter combination from S4. Zephyr trying to get to safety with that hammer, but it's not going to happen. So the 1-for-1 with the buyback. Carl and company. Looks like they're going to lose the Dawn Break at the very least. S4 continuing to be a pest here with these Burrow Strikes. Gets 1 kill. Looks like Wraith King is next. That's after the reincarnation, so T1 have to back off.
That's a very
nice
good
defense
hold
from Alliance. The E-Blade build or anything like that, so you can just go for the other kills.
And now Nico has the item I like to see. He's got the Ags. So now he can turn into Sand King, and that's big. This gives them a double Burrow Strike combination play. He needs to be careful. He's taking so much damage from Carl.
He is, but looks like he's fine for now. His Limp creating a lot of space here, but the Laguna Blade, S4, a little bit too far this time.
Yeah, and he doesn't have buyback, and T1 obviously know this. They just bought back in the enemy base, so this does open up a potential push down mid play for them.
And that actually is pretty big because Morphling can't turn into Sand King now.
Carl found Limp with a blink stun.
The Centaur stop not going to be there in time. Limp. BKB attempting to TP, but the RP cancel. Down he goes. Does have buyback, though. As this Rax is going to be a complete freebie for T1.
So fast. Like, Lina is just an absolute artillery. That's not really the right word. Machine gun was what I was looking for. Going straight in for the next.
Your favorite. Carl, Laguna Blade, down goes Snapfire. They're trying to preserve the buyback. Nope, not anymore. That's 2 right off the bat here. And you can see S4 will be back in 10 seconds, but it's Gonna be 2 full sets of racks for T1.
You and Kyle should start a team.
Maybe we should start a new podcast together. Might be an opening pretty soon. Is 31K net worth lead for T1. And definitely playing a little bit disciplined.
Horn toss.
Yep, horn toss is there, and S4 is dead. 60 seconds on the deck.
That skewer range time is so absurd. Like, you're expecting that skewer to stop any second now, and it just keeps going.
Yeah. I mean, this feels like, I mean, you talked about Elder Titan. I feel like Magnus feels like the hero of the tournament right now in a lot of ways.
He's doing very
Getting
well.
Through a lot as you see the overwhelming blink come in. We didn't even catch it on camera, but a lot of damage being done by T1. And it looks like the Fiend's grip is there as GGs will come out for game 1. This was a shellacking, Cinderin.
Yeah.
T1 up 1-0.
As no need to sugarcoat it, really. That was just...
Yes.
That was not even close.
Okay.
That was just not even close. T1 basically... T1 came out of a stronger laning stage. I think the biggest challenge for Alliance, honestly, in this game is to keep their supports alive. I don't think playing Crystal Maiden is particularly fun in a game like this.
A Tidehunter, which historically is pretty good for Slark in terms of the mid to late game once you get past the laning stage. Because you have just this fat tanky hero that you can just get stacks off of.
Yeah.
As Cuckoo. Now it looks like FNG is going to take a tumble here. So first blood goes the way of T1 with the Enchant Totem. And actually the thing I have to hold that thought. Double Impale coming out from Whitemon again. S4 gets hexed, and there's the pounce. It does connect. Popping the wand, keeping alive a little bit longer, but 23 Savage. Whitemon somehow stole the kill from his position once.
I don't like that. Doesn't really matter. Cuckoo is just free farming closest tower anyway, and I don't think FNG could have done that much about it. So.
Yeah, you can see in terms of CS, Carl just slightly ahead of Limp right now as he's going to get the Sleight of Fist. Here comes Zephyr from the side. Gets off the Nature's Grasp, going to slow a bit with that Leech Seed as well. Limp in quite a bit of trouble. Pops a Fairy Fire. TP support coming.
He's dead.
Zephyr. Yeah, the last Sleight of Fist, and now FNG might be in some trouble.
He's dead.
Double Remnant. Zephyr will be able to get up a couple right clicks along with the Leech Seed again coming online. So double kill for Carl to start this game. T1 doing very well.
And now Carl is going to pull significantly ahead. He's level 6.5 against Limp's 5.75. I think Carl's net worth has to be up by a few hundred. 800 or 700, pardon me.
Yeah, look, trying to get some retribution here onto Carl.
Oh, he does
able to get the stun. Yeah, Carl needs to back up despite Whitemon being here. Well, never mind, Zephyr's on the high ground as well. It's a 3v1.
Oh, if Limp dies here, this is
he gets hexed as well. T1 looking for another kill on the mid laner for Alliance.
Okay.
Oh, he gets off. Oh, he's going to mitigate a little bit of damage there. Turning it around.
Okay.
Gets 2 kills before dying. At least get something out of it this time, Cinderman.
Talk about value resonant pulse. They thought they had the kill, so he can jump on the second kill as well. So a nice heads-up play there from Limp to get something out of that. Because that looked like he was just completely doomed. Bottom lane,
Absolutely.
23 Savage and Whitemon connecting on S4.
He's playing on the edge here. S4. He get a lot of stacks for 23 Savage now. Whitemon with Zephyr's company should be able to take S4 out. He gets off the gush, but won't be enough to find his way to get the kill on 23 Savage.
We don't need to spread this agenda of playing cores against their supports even more than they already are in public games.
I mean,
okay?
to be fair, it's gotten a lot better over the course of the last few years because everybody's getting farmed now. Yep, we have the Hex to start things out from Whitemon. This might be another death, but Cookie keeps him alive a little bit longer, but not long enough. FNG not able to save his mid laner. Limp now with his 3rd death of the game.
This is not the kind of game where, oh, we'll just park, you know, we'll stack some Ancients, park Medusa mid, go farm the triangle, and then we're going to have this, like, strong timing, because in a few minutes, T1 is going to be running at you and pressuring you, and you're not going to get that area for free, so...
Yeah. T1 getting credit for another kill. I mean, speaking of Ancients, there is a stack for Medusa to eventually take, but you can see that there's a somewhat aggressive ward also placed in that area for T1. So when that is being taken, they'll probably try to contest. 23 Savage. Trying to get some trade-offs here.
Might dive here. This is dangerous, though. Yeah, he's going to think twice about it.
Especially with 23 Savage having his ult, so a lot of passive regen now. Carl gets off the Searing Chains. S4 is going to apply the Ravage. Will it save his life? Negatory. Sleight of Fist finishes him off, but Limp & Company might be able to get some beautiful trades here. Carl does one more Sleight of Fist, but dies shortly after. In the meantime, 23 Savage destroys Crystal Maiden despite getting that freezing field out for about a half a second. Hanskin looks to be next on the menu, but he does get Cookie off in time. 23 Savage, okay, we have the Mortimer's Kisses from afar, but they're going to go for the Limp kill. They'll get it successfully. It'll cost him his life, but he does get the stack at the very least of Essence Shift. Looking to go on 23 Savage, who's very low on mana right now, but like
here comes T1. Dagger on Shaker. They want to jump Limp.
Oh, Pounce not able to connect for 23 Savage. Cuckoo Like you said, Blink Dagger's there. It gets the Enchant Totem off. And Limp Astral steps to safety. Does that have any more stacks, though? Another 6 seconds before it comes off cooldown. Mortimer gets this from afar.
Very good
Up close, actually, onto 3 heroes. T1 taking so much damage, but the Echo Slam is expended to at least get 23 Savage. It's going to be a trade for 3, though. Triple kill for Hanskin with a god tier, Mortimer's Kisses.
There's only one hero that has those, and that's Pudge, and that's probably going to stay that way.
It's too bad. This is one of the best Mortimer's Kisses we've seen this tournament for sure. Getting really big value out of that. Zephyr, Cookie connects on top of him. He's going to be taken out very quickly. Never mind. Gets the overgrowth off. They got a little bit too confident. Finally gets taken out, though, but the TPs are here from T1 trying to turn this around. Limp takes a tumble. 3 dead so quickly in favor of T1. Hanskin will get hexed as well.
Limp didn't finish the kill. He had the...
I mean, would that have made a difference, you think?
He thought the trend was dying, so he used Dissimulate, right? And he jumped away.
Yeah. Ancients are taken out for Nico Baby, so at least that is not contested.
He's going to wrap around. He will see Hanskin here. He saw the Solar Crest being used, and that means Hanskin has no defensive capability from that. No plus armor.
Will just cookie himself to the high ground, though. And we see the Stone Gaze going up with a nice fissure blocking him off. Cuckoo in the meantime, looks like that's going to be the sacrifice. Fissures and dies. So not the setup that T1 was looking for. A good defense from Alliance. It's good to see.
Yeah, it's
very open mind. You're able to convince yourself of something else if you want. Oh, looks like Crystal Maiden is done. FNG trying to get the D ward. Nico Baby, like you said, working on the Scotty now. As Alliance trying to stave off elimination here in game number 2 of this best of 3. S4 trying to TP out, but the pounce will cancel. Whitemon in vicinity as well.
S4 trying to run.
Yeah,
S4 trying to move.
He's not going to move.
S4 trying to cast a spell.
Thank you for the commentary, Cinderin, as always.
S4 trying to respawn.
So we'll be able to use Enchant Totem to initiate along with the Blink. Yeah, position 3 Earthshaker always feels pretty good because you can get these items really fast compared to what we're used to. Oh, they're going to see a big collision here. Yeah, that's true. Fake Grenade on Earthshaker, pretty disgusting. S4 trying to tank things up as the initiation comes. Carl, let's see the BKB picked up or popped by 23 Savage going to town on S4 in the meantime. You can see Ember Spirit creating so much space on the back line. Nico Baby forced his ult out. Now Hanskin not quite going to die here. It's nice taunt onto Carl, but there's the double kill with the Sleight of Fist. He's taking a lot of damage, though. Can he get out in time? It's 23 Savage just focusing on Nico Baby. There's the overgrowth to keep them in place. There's so many stacks now, but finally the Ravage comes out onto S4, but it's not going to matter, Cinderin. This is going to be a full team wipe for T1, and they barely took any damage.
It's such a godly fight from Carl. He just does everything right. And S4 with Hood, Halberd, at least has some sort of defensive tool against that Slark, but the problem is you can outlast, but can you even kill? That doesn't make sense. Outlast was the wrong word. Okay, Nico Baby's in trouble.
Nico Baby, he gets off his ult. They're just going to try to withstand it. FNG and company have come to help out as well. Slider Fist doing so much damage. FNG again dead. No big surprise. There's the Searing Chains now. Nico Baby trying to stay alive, but it looks like the right clicks will come through. 23 Savage getting that one with the BKB activated, and they're not done yet. Looks like Hanskin is next on the list as S4 and Alliance are starting to crumble here, Cinderin. T1 looking primed to take this series 2-0. They lose one, it's only Cuckoo.
6 for 1. Yeah, it's definitely up there, and like you said, Slark being one of the best. I honestly think you can't kill either Slark or Ember without Ravage.
Yeah, you need
Ravage. You can't chain stun long enough, and S4 doesn't have Dagger.
The thing that they're missing, I mean, again, this is hindsight, but burst damage against Slark would be very nice in a scenario.
Oh, here we go.
Yep. Jump in from Carl. Looks like FNG is just going to die. Nope, actually lives with barely any HP, and then finally gets taken out first as Carl will go back to safety. 23 Savage on the back line now, trying to target Limp. You see the fissure come out as well. BKB dodging the Ravage as a result. Limp is going to stay alive, though. Mortimer's Kisses from afar. Cuckoo taking the brunt of the damage here. Looks like he's going to drop the first to fall for T1, but 23 Savage looks perfectly healthy for now. Pops his ult.
He still
gets one kill. Nico Baby very low on mana, which means he is very susceptible to die here, Cinder. And 23 Savage resetting, going back in, buyback. You see the mana drain coming from Whitemon as well. Nico Baby pops the wand, but to little avail. Zephyr does get off his ult, but the finger of death taking Nico Baby out in spades. No buyback for him. You see a nice freezing field come out, but it's going to result in the kill of Carl. In the meantime, beautiful hail onto 2. S4 on the run. trying to get back into this base. This 23 Savage not scared of anything because that Aegis is still intact.
That was maybe a little bit too cute there from Savage, but he's obviously able to reset out of here. One of the big differences in that fight, like you pointed out, was that there was actually a decent freezing field for once. And it makes a huge difference. That's what ended up killing Carl. He wasn't expecting that burst of damage coming in from the tree line. So if you do set it up here for Alliance, it could work. Okay, instantly breaking the smoke.
Yeah, Shadow blading up. We got the ensnare coming out as well. BKB, there's the Echo Slam onto 2. Limp already dead in this engagement. 2 dead for Alliance to start this fight out. Nico Baby getting mana drain for a little bit of time here. It's 23 Savage. Now just focusing on Nico Baby along with Cuckoo, getting the stuns out. We'll see how that status resist works from this time. But the mana drain from that Diffusal and the Essential stacks are just getting out of control for T1. They only lose their support Lion and get 4 kills as the trade. This will be a full set of mid-racks in all likelihood for T1. S4 going to give some free stacks to 23 Savage. And T1 going to bide their time here, Cinderin.
And they know the ward is there because of Shadow Dance. So get rid of that immediately. Nico Baby is exposed here. Alliance are trying to bait him. They really want this fight where they go on Nico. They feel like it's their only chance, and I agree with this 100%.
Smoke up as well. And Sword gets popped. The Ember Spirit on the backline again. Ravage comes out from S4. 23 Savage does take considerable damage, but again, FNG dies at the beginning of the fight. Carl, look at how much space he's creating. Just absolutely decimates Hanskin with just his remnants. Whitemon jumps in with the finger of death. 3 dead for Alliance, and they are likely out of TI10 after this fight. Medusa takes a tumble. Triple kill for Carl. And S4 finally goes down. He's the only remaining member for Alliance with buyback. They call GG, and T1 moves on. Cinderin, Alliance out.
Yeah, there's just no doubt about it after watching these 2 games. T1 just clearly the better team at this event. Alliance got completely rolled both games.